Good morning, YouTube. So I've been playing around with the Moto 360 and the Apple Watch, comparing the two of them. So there's many things I like about the Moto 360 more than the Apple Watch, and then there's a few things I like about the Apple Watch more than the Moto 360. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to focus on 5 items I like far better in the Moto 360 than the Apple Watch. So let's get started. Okay, so this is in my order, the 5 things that I way prefer about the Moto 360 over the Apple Watch. So number 1, and this is the biggest one. With Android Wear, there are third-party watch faces. So there are tons of watch faces available on the Play Store for your Moto 360. You could probably find almost any kind of watch face that you like, whatever your preferences are, and many of these watch faces are massively configurable. For example, one of the things I really like to see on my watch is my phone's battery level. That way I don't have to take my phone out of my pocket to see if there's how much battery's left. I can just glance over at my watch and see how much battery's left on my phone. I love this. This is huge. Not only I like it when my phone's in my pocket, I also like it when I'm at home, for example, and the phone's in another room sitting on the charger, and then I realize, oh, my phone's still on the charger. I can just glance over at my watch and see if it's fully charged yet, if it's at 70% and it still has some time to go. Really, really like that. So with Android Wear, because there's third-party watch faces, you can find any kind of watch face you want, configure it almost any way you like. This is not happening with the Apple Watch. Apple does not allow third-party watch faces, and I don't think for the foreseeable future they are going to. So there's a lot of things I can't do on the Apple Watch. Like, I like to have a digital watch face showing the seconds all the time. Very easy to do with Android Wear. Apple does not include, they only include actually one digital watch face, and you can't see the seconds on that, which really bugs me. So that's the biggest for me, the biggest difference with the two. I hands down prefer Android Wear because of third-party watch faces. Number 2 is replies. Apple only lets you reply to Apple apps. For example, if you get a notification on your Apple Watch and it's an iMessage notification, or if it's Apple's email program, then you can reply. However, if you get a notification and it's Gmail, or it's WhatsApp, or Google Hangouts, you're not able to reply from your phone. All you can do is see the message and dismiss it. If you want to go ahead and reply, you have to actually pick up your phone. With just with Apple, with the Apple ones, like with iMessage or with Apple Mail, reply works fine. Reply works great. With Android, probably because it's more open, you can right away reply for WhatsApp messages. You can reply for obviously all the Android stuff, like all the Google stuff, like Gmail and all. But almost any notification I get, regardless of the message, I find I can press reply and respond to that message right away on my watch very, very easily with Android Wear. Whereas Apple, it's obviously only Apple products at the moment. So that's, I use WhatsApp almost entirely for texting, and so all the WhatsApp messages I get, if I get it on my Apple Watch, I cannot press reply now. That'll probably change soon. That's just how things are today. Okay, number 3 is the bigger screen I have with the Moto 360. Although you can tell the Apple's display seems better, seems brighter, you just see much more of what your content when you're looking at the Moto 360. For example, if you get an email and you look, or any message for that matter, and you look at both of them and you compare with the Apple Watch and the Moto 360, it seems like you can see more of the email on the Moto 360 screen, and it's just easier to deal with, easier to read. Definitely prefer that with the Moto 360. The last 2 things I have on my list here are much smaller. Number 4 is the cost. Obviously the Moto 360 costs a lot less than even the lowest priced Apple Watch, the Apple Watch Sport. I think right now there's a $200 difference between the two. It's about $350 American for the Apple Watch Sport, and obviously it goes high up from that. And a Moto 360 is $150. So in terms of value for money, as long as you're an Android user, you get far more bang for your buck with the Moto 360 than with the Apple Watch. Of course, some people might prefer a more expensive watch because they like the nicer fit and finish, so personal preference. The last item on my list is very small. It barely bothers me. I had to really think about what else I could add. And that is, I like the charger in the Moto 360 better than the charger that the Apple Watch comes with. And this is because the Apple Watch charger has a magnetic clasp, whereas the Moto 360, you just like drop it into the dock. I find it's much easier to place the Moto 360 on the charger. You can do it easily with one hand, you can do it in the dark. The Apple Watch is good, it's not hard to do either. I mean, just attach a magnet anywhere to the back of the phone. But just when you compare it with the Moto 360, I prefer the Moto 360's charger. Of course, that means when you travel, you have to carry this little charger with you also, the dock with you. Whereas with the Apple, you only have to carry the cable, but I still prefer the Moto 360 dock. So I think that covers it. That's my video of the 5 things that I prefer on the Moto 360. I think my next video will be the items that I like better, the features or functions that I like better on the Apple Watch. So that will be coming next. This is your first time to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching.